Hey, what's up everybody? It's Q Salazar here. So, whenever I tell someone that I'm a video game journalist, they ask me two questions right away. First, how did I get into video game journalism? And second, how can I get into video game journalism? So I already did a video kind of on my background about how I got into it and everything, but here I will talk about how you, if you want, can become a video game journalist. So step one is learn how to write. I did not go to journalism school. I was always kind of a natural writer in high school and college, so I kind of just picked it up. But I also read a lot of newspapers and read a lot of magazines and kind of learned my way around there and how journalists wrote stories and expressed their opinion. I know that doesn't work for everybody, so I would suggest taking some writing classes, either some essay classes, some English classes at your local community college, and also reading some of your favorite gaming websites like Polygon or IGN and just see how some of your favorite writers write their opinion and write reviews and kind of report the video game news. So just take pointers from them and then kind of incorporate it into your own style of writing. Step number two, launch a blog or a website. Write a review of a game, write a news story, write an opinion piece on a current gaming trend right now. Get some of your work out there and published on your own platform. When you're applying for a gig or you're pitching an idea to editor, they want to see some samples of your previous work. More than anything, they want to see that you can write. So having a blog or a website showing some of your work is the best way to go. Step number three, now that you know how to write, now that you've published some things on your own platform, start promoting it. Promote your work, share it with your friends, share it on social media. There's actually a website called n4g.com. It's an aggregate video game news website where all types of video game outlets share their stories and their news and their interviews and everything. I would suggest promoting some of your work on there, and maybe you'll get some good feedback, get some comments, and maybe even get some traffic towards your little blog or website. Step number four, reach out to non-gaming outlets and pitch them gaming stories. I'm talking about your local newspaper, a community paper, your high school, college newspaper. So pitch them news, reviews, maybe even a gaming trend story. Most papers, they want to stay on the pulse of their community. And for example, all the kids in the neighborhood like Fortnite, maybe the local paper wants something on Fortnite, and you can talk about some of the new updates coming to the game and maybe why it's so addictive and why kids love it, and add in because it's a free game and anybody can play it. So, you know, those are the kind of things that is more of a broad audience that local community papers would be interested in, parents will be interested in. They want to find out why kids are so fascinated with something like Fortnite. So that's just one idea. And a lot of local papers, a lot of small outlets are open to that. Even little websites, gaming websites or non-gaming websites that are always looking for new content. The goal here is to get your name, your byline, associated with a credible outlet. You want to make your name Googleable. So if someone puts in your name in Google and they see all these articles with your name on it, they know you might have they'll realize that you'll have some experience and that you know what you're talking about. So that's the goal here, is to get your name out there, attached to some gaming coverage. And if you get a little bit of resistance, say that you'll do it for free. You know, I wrote tons of articles for free. Like I said in a previous video, I wrote just for the free games. I didn't actually get paid, I just got a free game and I wrote about it. And usually if you offer your services for free, like an article or two, they'll be open to it. And if it gets a lot of attention, if there's a lot of traction there, if they get a response to it, then they can probably look into paying you for your next article. Step number five, after you've got your name next to some gaming coverage and some reputable, some credible media outlets, you can start reaching out to publishers and PR agencies in the gaming industry. A lot of the publishers and game developers, they have websites that have the contact info for their PR people. So you reach out to them, say, hey, I'm a video game journalist. Can you please add me to your PR list so I can be up to date on all the new things you guys are doing with this game or this publishing company, so I can start pitching it to my outlets that I write for. Don't ask for review copies of games right away. You gotta build the relationship first. You gotta show that you are covering their games. So whenever they send you a press release, you write it up and send them a link back like, hey, I covered this for you. Thanks for keeping me up to date or whatever. And you just kind of got to build that relationship. It doesn't happen right away. Oh, and one more thing, PR agencies and publishers, they love coverage in non-gaming outlets. Granted, yeah, they all want to get covered on IGN, GameSpot, and Polygon, like the 5 biggest gaming websites, but they want to be covered in 20 different outlets, 20 different sites. So not only Polygon and Kotaku, they want to be covered in the Washington Post, they want to be covered in Forbes, they want to be covered in the Denver Post, the local papers. They want to get the word out there as much as they can. Number 6, go to gaming events and network. Of course, we're in the pandemic of COVID-19, so gaming events aren't happening right now, but when they come back up, go. I'm talking PAX East, PAX West, E3, even local gaming tournaments, any gaming type of event that is happening in your area or that you're able to travel to, try to go. It's a great way to meet developers and publishers. And if you go to something like PAX, where there's like tons of indie developers, they'll all talk to you. They're desperate to get the word out about their game, and they'll really talk to anyone. And it's great for you because you got content and you can add that to your blog, or you can pitch it to an outlet that you're writing for. You develop that relationship with that developer, and then if they move on to bigger and better things, they'll always remember you for being one of those writers that gave them some love at the start of their career, during one of their early games. It's a great way to start a good relationship with people in the industry. Number 7, finally, after you've put in all that work, start reaching out to major gaming outlets. IGN, GameSpot, they're always looking for freelancers, and a lot of the time those freelancers can get hired into full-time positions. Once you've put in some work, once you got your name into some credible outlets and that you've shown and proved that you know what you're talking about, go ahead and hit them up, pitch them some ideas. Don't ask for reviews right away, like I want to review this game. You want to give them story ideas from angles that they haven't thought of. Like if there's something about, I don't know, the new Assassin's Creed game, and you notice some particular, piece of art in there, and then there's like some history or something involved with it, try to get an angle that hasn't been covered before. And once they start trusting you with these different types of stories and trend stories, then after a while you can ask to review certain games, and then you'll just become on the review roster. Like I said, you just got to build these relationships. So that's all I got for you. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and maybe I'll do a Q&A video, and I hope that's helpful. Talk to you later. Peace.